And we are back at our rainy day at Disney, part 3. We have some big attractions to get. And also, I have a date with Mr. Lincoln, which I'm contemplating starting this particular part of the vlog with, since I've not seen many people actually go to this attraction. Famous for being the first Disney animatronic successfully constructed for Mr. Disney, who is right there at his castle. This is actually a Disney museum as well. So let's have a quick look. It's original concept art for Pirates of the Caribbean. Just have to marvel at these are their sketches, and look at how incredible that looks. That looks a little bit more contemporary, like it's, yes, Curse of the Black Pearl. Ariel's adventure concept art as well. Radiator Springs, all done in pastel. Star Tours. It's an original animation. To be honest, the reason why I have a bit of a connection with this park is because I used to do animation when I was a kid. And of course, we have a nice little guide map here, which I'll take one. I am contemplating going back into animation, so give me a comment if you think it's a good idea. Construction at Disneyland here, which is really cool.
To his surprise, Lincoln agreed to see him immediately.
We began an exhaustive research. We wanted to bring to the people of today the inspiring words of the man who held this nation together during its moment of greatest crisis, the Civil War. To start with, we were fortunate in being able to secure this life mask of the 16th president. How do we get this, Blaine?
This is actually a copy of an original life mask by the sculptor Leonard Volk.
Before Lincoln was president.
Before Lincoln was president.
Before he had a beard.
That's right.
Before he had a beard.
During our exhaustive research into Lincoln's life, we studied his mannerisms, his gestures, and even his voice characteristics to create a faithful likeness of this honored man.
Doors will be opening towards you. At this time, we ask you to finish, put away, or discard any food and drinks, and make sure strollers are parked outside the building on your left.
Okay. Edward James Olmos. Well, I agree in his greatness. He is great. Michelle Kwan. Alright. Spirit of Perseverance. Helen Keller. Mr. Twain, Mrs. Ball. These are all people you gotta know. Okay, so we're done with Mr. Lincoln, and I'd have to say that was surprisingly good. You definitely should check it out if you have the time. I didn't shoot it because they did request for no photography or video during the presentation. That is a really impressive animatronic for over 70 years old. I'd have to say, like, considering that animatronic is older than the ones in the Carousel of Progress, I'm kind of blown away. I'd say that's probably one of the best animatronics still in this park. And I seen Ursula for the first time only a couple hours ago. But yeah, Mr. Lincoln, he's still eerily realistic. So yeah, if you have the chance, definitely check it out. That was a solid little show. Only 20 minutes, but definitely worth it. We're going to do an opposite direction around the park before we hit the end with one of the chief attractions we've been trying to fit in all day today, but it's been breaking down and breaking down. That's been the story of Disney today. So much still to do. Here I was thinking, oh, I could do both parks comprehensively
May I have
in a
your
day.
attention, please?
Not so much.
Due to width,
They are just announcing, as I predicted, that fireworks may not be part of the presentation of the light show tonight. I'm not a Disney light show expert. In fact, I know nothing about them. I'm not that nerdy with Disney. It's not really a thing for me. Star Tours is on a 5-minute wait. Okay, we found it. Let's do it.
Flight 610 will now be departing from gate 1D. This is a gate change announcement only. Thank you.
That's one I can't stand to avoid. It's convenient and unpredictable. What is it now, Arthur? Don't get technical with me. What pressure? The fuel pressure? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? The heat. Yes. And getting a spark.
My favorite characters in Disney / Star Wars history. Okay, well, we have just finished up Star Tours, and now, because it's right next to it, of course, we're going to go on Space Mountain. Another solid ride there on Space Mountain. I have to say, I think that's the best one. The speed in the final couple sections of that ride. I don't notice any trims on it as well. It motors around that course. It's quite intense. Kind of reminds me of the tightness of Matterhorn, so that's probably explainable about why it has similarities to that ride being in the park that it is in. But that's besides the point. Loved it. Great ride. All right, now we're off to an attraction that hopefully is actually open, because it's been closed 3 times today that we tried to get onto it. So we'll see how we do. Okay, so the show is on that we got to cross through to get to the other side of the park. Just went by what I came here for, as it's on an hour wait. So at the end of the day, we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna go to the back of the park and get on a couple of attractions on this side that we haven't done yet. We only have an hour and a half left. Only have an hour and a half left, but I'm gonna loop back and try to do Indy at the end of today. A vlog for all seasons, this one in particular. Tomorrow I'll definitely go on the steamboat and do some of the other minor attractions. Not necessarily minor, but not necessarily the ones that people always talk about when they come to this park. But I definitely want to get a comprehensive tour if I can. But for now, we're going to try to get all the way over there, if you can see, our destination. We arrive at Galaxy's Edge. One thing that really hasn't been down today, oddly enough, is Rise of the Resistance, which, when this thing opened, was notorious for being down all the time. Now it is not. Although I have a feeling that I just cursed myself. I have a feeling that I just did. That we did. It is closed. All right, well, I guess that'll be a tomorrow attraction. not really been in this section of the park without anyone here, which is kind of cool. Especially with this wet pavement look. No shortage of attractions still to fit in here at both parks, but I'd like to get a couple things in before it's all said and done. Don't really know what the situation. Didn't look like Rides was going to open again, so yeah, we're going to Mickey and Minnie's now. All right, that was a very long walk. Brand spanking new, although I've been on this only a year and a half ago now. But brand spanking new here. Definitely a different setup as well than the Orlando version. 10-minute wait advertised.
Alrighty, on the count of three, we'll say Mickey. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, Mickey! Enjoy the world premiere, folks.
Folks, want to take a ride on the train? Excuse me, you lady.
Who, me?
Do you mind helping these good people into the cartoon while I fix this here locomotive?
Oh, good. I suppose so.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy to pick you all up.
Welcome in, everyone. Make your way down the hallway, please. I guess you could say it's a goofy mistake. Thank you for laughing.
Oscar-worthy. Oscar-worthy.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Ooh, this is only the film. Ooh, I can't imagine how the attraction will
Welcome to Runaway Railway. For your safety while riding aboard the train, always stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside your train car. And be sure to keep an eye on your little railway light. Okay. Thanks.
Hola pasajeros, durante nuestro viaje en tren, para su seguridad,
Someone could tell me why Goofy looks like normal Goofy and then non-normal Goofy or modern Goofy in the same ride.
Sentados y vigilen a sus niños. Gracias.
You got 2 lines.
Oh.
How many?
Just one.
One? Let me wait right here. 1 moment. That'd be row 5. How many? Row 7.
Everybody got to pull down to your left part, please. Pull down. And then go ahead and push up as well.
you enjoyed that POV of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We're on our way back now. Not a bad little attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You know, it's a floorless. I'm not too big on floorless or trackless dark rides, just because they lack intensity because of the limitations of the technology. But that's a family ride anyway. It's probably why most of those rides are always family rides. Good little decent ride. Obviously I knew what to expect having been on it before. Exactly the same as the Orlando version. Obviously purposely built versus the one in Orlando, which was a reconfiguration of the Great Movie Ride, which had more of a, I'd say, a Tower of Terror feel to it than anything else. Talked to another very friendly couple of staff members to get a little bit more information. Just to make sure that I wasn't going to hose myself for Indy. The park is actually closing an hour earlier than originally posted. No doubt it's because of the technical snafus that have happened throughout and the weather. It's just been a bit of a nightmare. I'm sure they got a lot to clean up before the day starts tomorrow.
Sounds echo through the halls. Whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host, your ghost host. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Our tour begins here in this gallery, where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. Look alive, and we'll continue our little tour. And let's all stay together, please.
You really can't have a first day at Disneyland with First Drop
There are
without
several prominent ghosts who have retired here from creepy old crypts all over the world. Actually, we have 999 happy falls here.
without a haunted attraction, and one of the best ever devised. And also my first time ever at Disney's original haunted house.
I will no report, and heed this warning. The spirits will materialize only if you remain. haunty haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling for a swinging wake. Fully expecting I'll see you all a little later.
Complete, definitely, and has always been one of my favorite Disney attractions of all time. And notice those changes, however. Well, I've not been on this version originally, but I do know of the changes that have been added over the years, especially if you see my POV that I produced in 1990 of the original haunted house at Orlando. That floating globe with the woman casting spells that floats around the table now. It was very impressive. We also have, there's a lot more story behind the bride and what exactly is going on there too. So excellent ride. Really only a one-time thing whenever you come to the park, so glad I got it in. It's time for our last attraction of the day. It's going to be, hopefully, based on yet another friendly conversation. And also, we got to cross our fingers because it's not been doing so well all day today. And that's Indy, so we're on our way. Okay, we are inside. Tips to those that may come here for the first time. Talk to park employees. And actually, I hate to be triggered by another incident of the past at Disney World with friends on a trip, but I remember when we first went into the park, the Magic Kingdom, that my company was too afraid to ask the park employees for some information about where to get to a ride, and I was like, what's going on? Anyhow, not to talk over this whole walkthrough, but I just found out that, yeah, Indy is on a 30-minute wait right now, so I was like, well, should I take the risk? Should I come back and try to get Big Thunder Mountain in before this? But they're like, actually, it's not 30 minutes, so you'll probably be able to ride this twice. So let's hustle, let's go, let's try to get Indy'd in twice. Didn't know there were water fountains in ancient temples, but there is in this one. I do know this is a long path, however, to get to the show building, as it's all the way in a recessed portion of the park.
Transportation devices are ingenious pouches for safekeeping all earthly treasures.
All right, we're the driver. It's a rare occasion when you're here on your own.
The treasure of Mara, glittering gold. It is yours.
cover this quickly after 2 rides in a row on Indy. That worked out perfectly. I'm really happy with the end of the day today. I was skeptical before I rode this that a lot of people told me that it's better than the one at Disney Sea, and I've been on that version. Lo and behold, it is, except for the entrance, because the pyramid that you enter in the Disney Sea version is far superior as far as theming is concerned. But that ride was incredible. I love that. That was unbelievable. It's probably one of the best dark rides in the world as far as I'm concerned, if not the best still. Unfortunately, it looks like 1 or 2 rooms, especially the room before the spears, was not functional, and I don't know if that's one of the new rooms, but yeah, it doesn't look like it was up to speed. So many differences. The Boulder room was not as effective as the Disney Sea version, but everything else I'd say in this one is superior to what they are doing at Disney Sea, including the animatronic, which looks haggard over there versus this one. But wow, what a wild ride. Okay guys, it's about to rain again, and I gotta wrap the vlog because I'm also out of power. What can I say? I just had the best Disney day that I've ever had in 11 parks. I only got 1 more to do now, which seems crazy to me that now we've gone through that. And if I manage to get to Tokyo Disney again and do that park, I will be a Disney adult, which will be, you know, kind of cool. I'll finally have grown up. Outside of that, what a fantastic day. This park has lived up to every expectation I could possibly conceive. The circumstances being what they were today, it was gonna be a whirlwind trip through the parks no matter what. But what a day. I got pretty much everything that I wanted to do except for Rise of the Resistance, obviously, and a couple of other smaller attractions here or there, which will all certainly be covered tomorrow, pending that they're working. California Adventure, probably not the same experience, but I did wrap that up in the other California Adventure vlog, which I did going back and forth between the parks all day. If you've watched the vlog up to this point, you do know that. Yeah, this park is fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. It's a little bit more laid back and local than, say, Florida, which is just always overrun. I'm not going to go into the differences as far as the things that niggle at me versus this park. I'll just say that this is the original park, and this is my favorite Magic Kingdom style Disney park, without question. Outside of that, Indy was fantastic. So many rides. Pretty much every ride lived up to exactly what I thought it would. I don't really know much more to say than that. I love the history. I love the feel of this place. You definitely feel like you're at Disney proper when you're at this park, and the spirit of the animation and everything that goes into what this park is all about and what it originated from is here, not in Florida. Don't know what else to say, but other than, hey, I hope tomorrow is going to be as good as today, because, yeah, outside of getting quite wet, I am looking forward to getting back to the hotel to dry off, because it's been quite a whirlwind day. I thought I would go back to the hotel and come back, but it turns out that didn't happen. I've been in the park 15 hours now, so wow, what a journey. Can't wait to do it all again tomorrow. So definitely check out the vlog from day 2 as we'll carry on our journey, and I'll give you impressions of some of the rides that I did not get, and maybe get more of an atmospheric feel of the park, as it's always whirlwind when I do a first day vlog. I've used 6 batteries, so this is going to be a long one, so hopefully you'll join me for the next. I hope it won't be as long as this one, but it had to be as comprehensive as I could be. Yeah, I'm a Disney fan, so I feel this park is my Disney. It definitely reflects more of what my tastes are. It's a little bit more adult, besides the fact that it's still for families, but I'll just say, you know, very few negative interactions with guests compared to some of the vlogs that I've been doing over the last year. It's not easy for me to do these. I'm not exactly the most outgoing and non-timid person in the world, despite the fact that I'm shooting these, but yeah, they certainly made me feel welcome today, and I had a great time. Any exceptions to that? I can't even think of one, outside of the Mars Volta that I mentioned earlier. All right, guys, got to wrap it up. Like I said, the rain has stopped. I'm going to run back to the hotel. We'll see you tomorrow.